Hey guys, I'm here in Indianapolis, Indiana at the National Toy Truck and Construction Show. This is day 3, the last day of the show, and it's been a great weekend. And I'm going to do yet another video, so you definitely want to subscribe to the channel so you see that, where I walk around the show and show off some of the other highlights of the show. But today, we're going to talk with Arron Hofmeister about his impressive Western Distributing display that he has built. It's a huge diorama all about Western Distributing, their main office, shop, building, and lots of trucks. So we're going to go on and talk with Arron right now.
All right. Well, this is a Western Distribution. They're out of Denver, Colorado. Ken and I just decided that with my collection that I showed off a couple years ago in the magazine that we needed a layout for it. After doing Tri-State Commodities layout last year, which was a big hit. So we got the bright idea to go even bigger with this one, and it's been a fun challenge. We started on it in January, started working on weekends. Of course, we fought through the weather. We got a cold snap and ended up having to start over and redo a few things and fumble through a few things, but this is what we ended up with. We're still a work in progress. Got a lot of fence to build yet. We still got to finish up the impound yard with all of the crashed vehicles and different things that go in there, but for the most part, the buildings and stuff like that, we've got a few parts still left to do on those. Roof vents and AC units and air handlers and all that stuff needing to go on the building yet, but this is what we ended up with, and a lot of trucks. My wife Amy, she did an amazing job on all the decals that we did for the trailers, the buildings, the signage. Just absolutely awesome. So couldn't been more pleased with the way those turned out, and like I say, we just wanted to have fun with this thing, so, and it turned out pretty awesome from what I personally speaking. So, but
Are dioramas ever truly finished?
Never finished. They're always a work in progress. So, you know, that's what we got to look at. You know, everything's still, there's a little detail that somebody can say, hey, that needs to be done, or this needs to be done, and next thing you know, you're going off like a squirrel somewhere, you know, and doing other things with it, and it's, you know, that's the fun of building it and the challenges of building it, especially when you're looking at building something that's an actual replica of a real place. You want to find those details, which everything that we tried to find was off of Google Earth to begin with, or Google Maps. That's how we decided on the size of everything. Ken started that part of it, and we pretty much got really close to I mean, we had to shrink the parking lot just a little bit to fit boards, but at the same time we were really close with this one at 64 scale. Google Maps was a big help. We did contact the owners of and workers of Western Distributing and had pictures taken. Dino, one of the guys there, he did a lot of pictures for me and sent me a lot of pictures on the daily so we could see all the signage and everything around the parking lots and on the fences, and just if I needed something, I'd call him up and say, hey, can you go take a picture of this real quick, and can you take a picture of that? And he was more than gracious. I mean, it was a blessing to have somebody there that was willing to do that for us too. So, but anyway, yeah, this is it. I mean, we can start at the entryway, and if you want to see the signs, and
There's a good place to start.
yeah. Keep in mind, everything is one direction through their terminal, and they want everything flowing in a clockwise manner, so they don't have any incidents. So all of the pictures that we could see online, you know, even the crooked posts, we tried to replicate all that. The culvert system, the entry, the little scale house right there at the entry with the parking spaces and the scale.
And we go
Along with some of the trucks on the board, you know, most of them are production runs made by DCP, First Gear, a few spec casts, AEM trucks. All in all, we had over 100 trucks on the table this weekend, combination sets and individual stuff. The triple set is a custom set that I built. My wife did the decals on the trailers, and that turned out absolutely amazing. I couldn't have been more happy with the way those turned out. All of the trailers that have the numbers and Western logo on the top, those are all done by her.
See street lights.
Yeah, Ken did an awesome job on all of the wires and street lights, the fence, even signage on the fences. Some of them were wind blown and hanging down in the picture, so we left some of them that way.
Let's turn right.
Like I said, there's always more details that you can add.
How big is the building?
The building is 120 feet by I gotta look that up. So I can't remember.
It's big.
It's big. It's big. I mean, the actual length of it's 3 feet by 2 feet wide. So, and it's made out of 3/16 inch plywood. And the office building is made out of 3/16 inch foam core board. We've got
Trails.
the day that we decided to choose is the one off of Google Maps, that had all the trailers lined up. Now we've probably got more than what they had lined up in their parking lot, but obviously in a display like this, you want as much as you can.
Mm-hmm.
All the comments and funny stuff. Oh, a trucking company's not making any money if all their trucks are parked. Well, we understand that, but today was a day off.
Yeah.
So.
Hey, most companies have more trailers than power units anyway.
Yeah. So, and then the fuel island was in collaboration. Ken did all of the tubs and the vacuum and the pumps and the def tank and
The def tank, the blue one.
Yeah. Then there's the scanner and the light pole and all that stuff. I did that.
What was the scanner for?
All the trucks, I'm sure, have some kind of a scanner or receiver in their truck, so when they pull in the fuel island, that it'll register and they can just go ahead and fuel.
Ah.
I'm assuming that's what it is. I haven't talked to them about the actual details of how it works, and there's some things that they're not going to tell us.
Of course.
Because of security reasons, and rightfully so. Yeah. And we did their safety vehicles, and we tried to get the decals close.
Nice.
Colorado NDOT safety vehicles for all their tow companies, and they've got the crash bars on the back. And then their little service wagons, not the right pickup, but something close enough. Their little storage shed.
As a hobbyist, sometimes close enough is as good as we can get.
Yeah, exactly. And that's what's fun about it, there's always those improvisations.
Yeah. And as things come available later on, we can always change, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Then we've got the impound lot, which obviously is still needs a lot of stuff done to it.
Work in progress here.
Yeah. I mean, we've got to crash some trucks and crash some cars and put some things out there that, to fill it up. This whole area was some of their junk and some of their, body parts and stuff that they need for their own company. And then this is all for crash vehicles. We do have one that's crashed, but it fell over in the parking lot somehow.
Storm.
Yeah, the storm blew it over. It's just sleeping.
Yeah. And then I guess they have heavy haul trailers parked over here.
Yep, they do their some of their Landauls and heavy haul all parked back here. All their wreckers, not all of them, but most of their tow trucks and rotators parked back here. Some of the pictures show a few of them out there in their tractor line. And like I was saying, the production run with DCP, there's 38 production runs of DCP first gear trucks, and every one of them's out here. And then there's 5 or 6 spec cast, there's 5 or 6 PEM, and of course some of those aren't out here represented, but those are in my collection as well. The racing team, I don't have any of the racing team out here.
How many trucks overall are on the layout?
We counted 98.
98.
If you count trucks and trailers, there's 98, and a few bobtails. That includes the tow trucks and stuff as well.
Cool. I like your expensive flagpole.
Yeah. That's one of the ideas brought from a lot of the truck shows and some of the things that I've seen over the years. So I thought, well, we need a flag to hang from them. So.
Good way to fly the flag and show off the trucks.
Absolutely. This area is one of my little favorites. Amy did the decals and stuff for me in that area with the patio pavers, and even got the little weeds and stuff because it's not a well-traveled area. The satellite dish above the door, the walk-in door over here.
I see that.
It's a little fun addition.
The attention to detail is crazy. It's just awesome.
Like I said, we tried to get as close as we could and as good of pictures as we could, and we will be making a trip around the country again with it. Plan on taking it to St. Louis. We plan on taking it to Lafayette, obviously. If it works out, we'd like to take it to Colorado in the spring. It won't work out for this fall because of other obligations that I have and travel times that I got to do, but it takes quite a bit to pack it up and truck it across the country, as anybody can imagine. There's a lot of damage that happens between here and there from the highway and riding in the back of the trailer. So it takes a little bit to get it packed up and then travel it across there. So, and like I say, more work being done to it.
How big is the overall footprint for the whole layout?
For the layout, it's 8 foot wide here, 10 feet long, 13 feet. This is just 5 by 5, and then the main parking lot is 10 by 8.
Curiosity, where would the employee parking lot be on this?
Where I'm standing. This is one of the comments that I've heard a lot, is that we need the employee parking, but for access to everything in here, that would have been difficult.
Yes, it would.
And we've talked about doing just a small strip right here, and actually, so we can put the fence that goes in between there, and at least a little bit of representation of the employee parking lot right here. And we can put a little sign there or whatever. It says employees are parking here, visitor and employee parking. And like I say, the one thing that we don't have on the layout itself that is a definite distinction for things are the lines. There's parking lines, there's crosswalks. That just trying to find the right product or the right material to actually paint those lines or put stripes down or however we want to do it. I want to find the right mixture to make it look like the actual parking lot, because if you use stripes and stickers, then everything's bright and it looks brand new. But that's not it's used. There's parts that are faded, there's parts that are not so used, so I want to get that contrast in here as well. But like I say, that's for another day, the next day. We might have that done for the next show. So.
See? Continuous improvement and changes over time.
Right. 51 feet of actual 64 scale fence. I don't know if I say that right, because people are like, well, 51 feet's only this big, but no, it's 51 feet of fence around this.
Go all the way around.
To go all the way around. So, as Ken had said, he was barfing up fence, and he got done. The security fence that we did, the red candy stripe, is actually a photograph of their fence, and Amy did the printed out decals of it, so it gives a good representation. We've got, of course, all the security pipes. We're going to actually string we've got this thread that actually has some glitter to it, and it will look like the barbed wire once we'll string a couple of lines on
strands
there,
around,
and it will give it the barbed wire look, for the security side of it. So, like I say, lots of things. The tire location for all of the tires and is right there on the south side of the building. I've got to put some gates up there and put all the tires, and there's body parts and different things for the shop, and just some of their overflow area, that all that stuff needs to go in there. And of course, barrels, trash cans, ashtrays, picnic tables, people. I've got 3D printed people, that probably will go on this eventually.
Yeah, I've noticed for all of these trucks and all the activity, there's not one person on the lot. Are they all sitting in the cab?
They're all in the driver's lounge. That's why everybody's sitting.
Ah.
Yeah, they're in there having a party. They're all in the shop. So.
Company picnic day.
There you go. Yeah, they brought in the Prevost buses and hauled them out,
Yeah. And the building is wide enough for truck and trailers to go in, be inside.
Yep, a full tractor trailer can fit inside the building. The last bay is a wash bay, so that's their truck wash, and everything, like I say, enter from the back side and come out this side.
Oh, so they enter over on the other side and come through.
And come through.
Very smart flow for the trucks.
Yeah. Like I say, I've spent, I grew up in eastern Colorado, and there were several times that I visited the yard and talked to guys and stuff, and run with guys up and down the road when I drove truck out there, and talked to a lot of them. Every time I visited the place, they've been the most gracious hosts. They let me walk around the parking lot, take pictures, and even in their impound lot, they just said be discreet about some things and don't climb on anything, obviously. And so, been awesome hosts. They've taken me around and showed me around, and some of the other little details, all the vent pipes and the electrical panels and the electrical lines. I've still got to put the outside lighting on the side of the building. Like I say, the big tanker there was Otto did that, or at least I bought it from Otto. So that's one of his customs. That's their oil reserve for the shop. So the pictures that I got for that area that day, they were actually receiving an oil delivery.
So you put the oil truck in there?
I had to put an oil truck. Now that's a big oil truck for this, but nonetheless, it's still pretty cool. A lot cooler than the one that they had delivering that day. I look forward to seeing more of it. I want to finish more of this one so we can have a true definition of their yard, and then, like I say, get it out to Colorado and see how they like it, in person. The response that we got with the Tri-State was just absolutely overwhelming. The company, the family, they have treated us just like one of their own, and still to this day, we're in communication with them all the time, doing different things, and I hope that we gain that relationship with this company as well. So, and then who knows? I'm not sure what next year has in store. Appreciate it.
Thank you very much, Arron, for talking about it, and thank you for building it and bringing it out here.
Yep, you bet.
Thanks, guys, for watching this video, and a big special thanks to Arron Hofmeister for building this diorama, showing off all his amazing trucks here for Western Distributing, and for taking the time to record this video. For more about Arron, you can check out his socials, and they will be linked down below. And I'll see you in the next video. Please go on and like this video, share it with your followers, and subscribe to my channel. I'll see you in the next one. Bye, guys.